care, we know what we're talking about. Matt Gibbs and the guys over at Sunrise Automotive will treat you right. We'll treat you right.
All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Matt Gibbs is in the studio to talk about our cars. And you had a birthday, didn't you? Last week? Was your birthday last week? You don't want to hear about it. You don't want me to mention it on the air? Do you want me to rewind the tape and erase that part? Yeah? Okay, I'll erase that part. Hold on. Okay, good morning. It's time for Matt Gibbs, Auto Repair with Personal Care. We're going to talk about fixing cars. I won't mention birthdays at all. At all. Not at all. You were not here last week, though, so that's why I thought, were you having a birthday party? Or?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, a party for somebody's, day.
No, I was not here because 2 reasons.
Uh-huh.
I got involved in something, and then when I looked at my watch, I realized I shouldn't have been that long involved in something.
Did you turn on the radio and listen to yourself?
No, I wasn't nowhere near a radio.
Have you ever heard yourself on the radio?
No.
It's a crazy thing. When that first happened, when I first started doing radio and somebody played a rerun of one of the shows, I said, "Whoa, that's me." It was kind of cool. It's kind of cool to hear it. I didn't think I sounded like that.
I don't know why I don't listen.
Because you're live.
Yeah, because I'm live. That's why.
You can't listen if you're live.
Well, I mean, I could go back like on YouTube or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Has anybody ever told you that they watched your YouTube videos?
Yeah. There's a couple. I think we're up to 11 listeners now.
So here's why people go back, because you talk about specific things. So let's talk about specific things.
Okay.
In the average car today, what is the most common thing somebody comes in for, other than maintenance, like to maintain something, but as far as repairs? What's the most common repair?
I would venture to say probably check engine lights.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when their check engine light is on.
And usually, what does that actually mean?
Well, that means that there's a problem or an issue with something to do with the computer side of the car. All the sensors and the solenoids and the relays and all the 1,000 different things that can make that light come on. People see the light and their biggest concern is, oh my God, is this a bad thing? And sometimes it can be a bad thing, or sometimes it's not a big deal.
What is an upper end Toyota called? My father had an upper end Toyota, one of the expensive Toyotas. What's it called?
Like a Avalon?
Yes, that was it, Avalon. Yes, and he took it in because he was good with getting his maintenance done, and he got the car back, and the check engine light was still on. He called them up, and they said, "Oh, we did it. We just forgot to reset the light. Here's what you do." And they told him like this procedure: step on the brake. And is there a procedure to do that?
Yeah, some of the manufacturers, and then it depends on whether it's what they call a soft code or a hard code. A hard code requires that a scan tool be used to clear the code.
Okay.
There's some codes now today. If they go through a certain amount of ignition cycles, so if you turn the car off and on so many times, it will also reset a soft code. So there are some particular codes that will, someone will come in and say, the light's been on for 2 weeks now, and I just had a chance to bring it in, and this morning I started it up, and the light's not on anymore. But it always remembers why the light was on. So I can go back in and I can look at what's current information, and also history information or pending information. You could have a code in your car and the light's not on. It's pending. It's waiting for you to it's waiting for the car to have this problem 3 more ignition cycles. On the 4th ignition cycle, then the check engine light would come on, and that would be stored as a pending code.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's
amazing.
Like I was talking to Tish before the show, and she had to have a battery. Even putting in a battery anymore is not like it used to be putting in a battery.
Yeah.
There's so much electronics. There's so many things that we need to look at,
right,
just by putting in a battery now.
Well, there was a post on Facebook I wanted to ask you about, and it's kind of a minimal thing, and you probably don't have a whole lot to say about it, but somebody was complaining that they took their car to one of these auto part places.
Okay.
Like Auto Discount Auto or something like that. Am I saying that right? Or one of them. And they used to be able to put in a new headlight. And the young man said to her, we don't do that anymore because it's gotten too difficult.
Right.
So that has changed. In other words, some simple maintenance that they actually used to do kind of as
courtesy.
Thank you. That's the word. Yeah, they don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Because they can't, right?
Yeah, right. There's a particular car out there, the third brake light that sits on the back window.
Yeah.
It's $200 to put a bulb in it.
Wow.
I mean, it's not because the bulb is $199 either. It takes hours to get that bulb in there.
Do we have to have that on? Is that a law?
I don't think you have to under the law, but it is good to have your third brake light working.
Yeah.
It's just another thing for
that way when the
somebody to
kid
see.
looks up from texting, he'll see you.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just and like the new Volkswagen Beetles, the little Beetles.
Right?
I think I'd rather have an enema than put a headlight bulb in one of them cars.
Really?
Yeah, it is absolutely just insane.
Wow. Do they last longer, the headlights, now than they used to?
It's a bulb. It's a bulb, and it's like, hey, all the bulbs in the studio are on.
Yeah, and that's because those are LEDs. But these were burning out all the time.
Right, but one day you'll come in and one might be out.
Right, we had that all the. They just put these in. These are LEDs. So are cars using LEDs now?
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah, there's some LEDs. There's xenon bulbs.
That's the blue one, right?
Yeah, and we have people that will buy a xenon kit, and then we install xenon bulbs in their cars, and that's crazy. Some of these kits are like 22,000 volts. It's crazy.
Okay. Why would you want such high voltage?
I don't know why people just, people want what they want and they go buy what they want.
The guy outside with the blowers is just distracting me. Sorry.
That's okay.
All right. So the most common thing is the light, and anything from the old years that people come in for brakes. Anybody come in for brakes?
Yeah, people come in for brakes during the summertime. Our AC business is
right,
crazy.
That would make sense. Yeah,
because it's hot. People don't want to be hot. So it's we just see everything.
So are there any tricks that we can do? Like anything we can maybe spare you the frustration? Anything we can do anymore at all?
Well, it's like this, Larry. People come in all the time and ask me, how difficult is it to do this? All the time. And I say, and I have the same answer for everybody every time.
How difficult is it to, what do you say?
I don't know how difficult it is for you. For me, it's not that big a deal. I've done it 1,000 times.
Oh, really? Okay.
But
that backlight you said was a difficult one.
And I would say that's difficult for you. It's difficult for me. It's difficult for everybody.
Right.
It's just a difficult thing. Now, do you want to tackle this? This is what you have to do to get to it, or do you not? You know how many times people try to fix stuff at home, and then they bring it to me in boxes and totes and.
Do you know the 1 year anniversary of us hitting the cow just passed? And on that date, I was nervous about driving. It was like a what do you call that, superstitious thing happening for me.
Huh?
Has that ever happened? How many wrecks have you been in? Not that I want to jinx you by asking, but have you been in a lot?
No.
No. Have I been in more than average?
I don't know. How many have you been in?
Well, I had a wreck on 484. I had a wreck when I hit the cow. I guess that's a wreck. You consider that a wreck, right?
Yeah. It wrecked your car.
I had a lady tail end. What do you call it? Rear end me on 441. And then I had a little fender bender in New York. So I've had 4. And I'm 61. Is that a lot?
I wouldn't think that's a lot.
That's not a lot. So you've had more than 4?
No.
No. Well, then I'm done. I won't get it anymore, right?
You should be done.
I've had my quota.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, but anyway, I just wanted to mention to you the superstitious part of that date. And I looked it up, and I was saying, yep, that was the date. All right, we'll be right back with Matt. If you have a question that is maybe more intelligent than the ones I have today, or any day, the number is 622-9622.
Weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Tuesday, partly sunny skies with a high of 86 to 90. It'll be mainly clear Tuesday night with a low of 68 in some inland spots, 76 at the coast. Wednesday, a mix of sun and clouds, high 87 to 91. Thursday, partly sunny with a thunderstorm or two in the area, the high 87 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. It's time to get that new look started. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon, 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. And whether you're going on a job interview or out on a date, your hands do a lot of talking. Manicures are a must. Hello Gorgeous is a full-service salon, so let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Have you heard of Hyperdirectory? When looking for local businesses, go to hyper.directory. No need for www, no need for .com, just hyper.directory. Connecting customers to local companies when it matters most. Hyperdirectory is your local business directory partnered with the Ocala Chamber and Economic Partnership to bring you trusted local businesses. Keeping Ocala local. Use hyper.directory. No www, not even .com, just hyper.directory. Connecting customers to businesses when it matters most.
All right, 17 minutes after 10 o'clock. Matt Gibbs is here. Matt is, of course, the owner of Sunrise Automotive, which is where I bring my car for its maintenance and also for its repairs. Knock on wood, they won't need any repairs anytime soon. I've been driving now this new vehicle that I bought from Matt over at Crossroad Auto Sale, which is in the same exact location, both of them at 1800 Northwest 10th Street here in Ocala. And I've been driving it now for a year and enjoying it greatly, and I just love this vehicle. And in fact, I have a gig. I think we've got a gig Thursday. I think Rob and I have a gig, so we'll be loading up the sound equipment, and it's nice and big for that reason. And it was advised by Matt when I first got it. This is what you should have.
That's what
did you suggest it because I'm big or because I have equipment that we use for the music?
I thought. Well,
or both.
I looked at the big picture. I saw Larry. Maybe look at the big picture.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
but I mean, I knew you would be more comfortable in it. I knew you had instruments that you would tote around, and
I mean, you're a drummer. That's a good vehicle for a drum kit.
Yeah, I don't move my drums very much.
No, you keep them at the church.
Yeah.
Is that where they are?
Yeah.
For those
I've had that set since I was in high school.
Really? That's cool. I got to hear you play one time. Do you do any recordings?
Nah.
Have you done Have you ever done studio work?
No.
Oh man, you know. If you don't mind, I'll take 30 seconds of your car show to talk about music. When in the studio, I used to take, and it wasn't me, but when the drummer would come in, it would be maybe an hour or more just setting up the microphones just for the drums.
Right.
Just for the drums. It was amazing.
I want to get a nice rolling electronic set. It's easier to.
Oh yeah, those are nice. Do you know? Here's a way to connect what we did in the studio to car technology. In the studio, the reason it took so long is because each microphone was attached to a channel in the mixing board,
right.
And that channel had a noise gate. So, and long story short, what it meant is that each microphone could only pick up the sound of that drum.
Okay.
You could yell into it and it wouldn't hear you.
Oh,
but it was
cool.
programmed so the only noise it heard was that thump.
Huh.
It wouldn't hear the creaking of the pedal on the bass drum, and it wouldn't hear any extra, chair noises and stuff like that. That's why they do that. So everyone is programmed through what they call a noise gate, and I don't know if they've changed the name because it's been years. But that's how we got pure drum sounds. In a car nowadays, you can have, I was reading about this, a headset that you can hear, it'll filter out all the noise except for the guy talking to you. If you have a guy in the passenger seat. Have you heard about this?
No, I know that know that GM has got, you know how you put on, like I shoot a lot, and I have these noise repressing earmuffs.
Right.
And you know, you can actually turn up the volume of the noise suppression around you.
Okay.
And now the GM has come out with that built into the car.
Really?
Yeah, it turns on when, so you don't have to wear a headset or anything.
Oh,
like
wow.
if you're flying in a helicopter, they'll tell you to put on a headset.
Right.
Not necessarily. Just it reduces all the noise from the helicopter, and then you can communicate without having to yell at each other because the inside of a helicopter.
It's amazing,
gets pretty
isn't
loud.
it? The thing. So now the inside of a car is quieter than it used to be.
Right. It suppresses all the outside, what we call the road noise.
And is that a computer thing too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
It's
okay.
electronic.
So that could go down. So in other words, you're driving and you say, "Gosh, it's noisier in here."
Right. There could be an issue with the noise suppression system.
Can you imagine somebody comes to you? Has this happened yet? Where somebody says, "Can you drive my car? Tell me if it sounds noisy."
No, it hasn't. But it will. It will.
Wow.
It will.
And are the electric cars quieter? It sounds like they are.
Yeah, they're definitely. Well, they're quieter as far as the engine noise goes, but they still have road noise.
Still have the road noise. And is that cancel outable? Is that a word?
It would be, I guess, if they had that technology in the cars. I saw it the other day. I was driving down Pine Street, and I saw a what did I see? Oh man, one of those electronic cars. I can't think of it.
Tesla?
Tesla. I saw a Tesla the other day. It's just weird looking at a car. You know, I guess for the average person, they wouldn't even notice it. But for me, it's like there's no exhaust coming out the back. It's just nothing.
So, what you mean you didn't see exhaust, or you didn't see an exhaust pipe?
No, it doesn't. That particular Tesla it's electric, so there is no exhaust.
I don't
pipe.
think I even noticed the exhaust pipe on any car, unless it's obvious.
Yeah, for me, it's I look
Really?
at stuff like
You
that.
look for the exhaust pipe.
Well, I mean, that's one. I look at many things, but you know, when I see it, or a smart car, those little tiny smart cars that look like, God forbid, if you got an accident.
Oh, I know. They look like sneakers. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't have no exhaust pipes. You know, they're
They
all
don't?
electric. No, you don't need exhaust pipe.
I didn't
when
know
you
they
get
were all electric, those smart cars. That's what Matt Wilkerson had for a while. He got rid of it.
Yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
From Verizon? Oh, okay. I thought you guys knew each other. He's the Verizon guy.
He's the Verizon guy.
Yeah,
I
we-
like Verizon. I have Verizon.
Do you? But he got rid of it. The phone line is open if you want to call Matt, 622-9622. How's the car sales business going?
Oh, it's going rather well right now. We're
Yeah?
gonna run out of cars.
You have 2 lots.
Yeah.
So how picky? I know you're real picky, but I mean, if I wanted to sell you a car, not that I do because I'm happy with my car, but would I go through you directly, or how do I do that?
If you wanted to sell me a car,
Yeah, if I want, yeah, like if I wanted to buy a car from you, could I trade my car in
Yeah,
with you?
absolutely.
Oh, okay. But would you sell it, or that depends?
I don't know. It'd have to go through our service department first,
Oh.
and then they give me a report, and based on the report that I get from my guys, determines whether or not it's a car that we would sell or not.
So can you finish this sentence? Okay, this is you talking to somebody else. Before you buy a car from a used car lot, be sure that. What do you need to look for?
Well, I mean, for me, I tell folks when they come in looking for cars all the time, whether they're looking for cars or not, or they come into the shop, if they're in the market of looking for a used car, and let's say I don't have what they're looking for, I will tell them, go find what you're looking for, bring it here, and let us check it out, because we do so much stuff for other dealers in town. I'm not afraid to take somebody else's product, bring it here, and give the customer an honest opinion of what I feel. And now, if it's a nice car,
how do you do that? I mean, do you take it for a test drive from the other dealer?
oh yeah,
Do you tell them I'm taking it to a mechanic?
yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
if you go look for a used car and you tell the people, hey, I want to go get this car checked out, if they have a problem with that,
They don't like that.
you need to go find somewhere else to go look
Okay.
at a car.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good advice right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Because then, and we have the capability of running the VIN numbers, make sure it's not been crashed, make sure, you know what I'm saying? But we can pretty much, once we lift it up in the air, we pretty much can tell. And that's one of the things we offered. If someone's on my lot looking at a car and they're like, I don't want to look at this car, and they're really looking at it, would you like to see underneath it? I don't have no problems lifting it up, showing it to them.
I wouldn't know what I was looking at.
Well, I mean,
that's why I depend on you.
But you can see rust. You can see oil.
Okay.
You can see coolant.
Right.
You can see if something's running out of it or dripping or whatever.
Right.
And those things you don't have to be a mechanic or technician to see that kind of stuff.
I have a question for you about my car. My son is going to New York, and he invited me to come with him. So I'm going to do this next month. Okay. And I said, why don't we leave the car in the long-term parking lot? It'll be there a week. Be there a week. Is it okay?
Yeah.
The car will be okay for 1 week?
Yeah, absolutely.
No dry rot happens in a week?
No.
No gasoline gets gelled up or anything like that, right? In 1 week? Okay, good.
Nope, that would be just fine.
Do you ever do that? Leave the car in the long-term parking lot?
Yeah, well, if I'm going to go on a long term, like if I'm going to be gone for a week or so, I'll usually go to one of those cheaper parking lot places, and then they shuttle you over to the airport kind of thing.
Okay.
It's just cheaper.
Well, the airport has a discount lot, $9 a day.
Yeah. Is it $9?
Yeah. Orlando.
Well, sometimes you can get them even cheaper, like at a local. A lot of times we'll go to like the Marriott. They have additional parking for the Marriott.
Oh, really?
So we'll go to the Marriott Park, and then they have a shuttle that runs us over to the airport.
Oh, really? That's a good idea. But I mean, as far as the car being able to start when I come back,
you shouldn't have no problem.
Should be okay?
Yeah.
That ought to be fun.
I mean, sometimes we'll have a car sit over a week on our lot. We try to start them every week, but sometimes, if the weather or whatever.
It should be good. I mean, I have a pretty new battery. I think it's less than a year old, right?
When you should be fine.
Yeah. All right, so I did have a real car question this time. A real one. I had a lot of them last year. Did you notice how my questions about my own vehicle dropped off after I got the new car?
Yeah. Yeah, because you don't have no problems with your new car.
Yeah, the other one had so many problems.
Yeah. We just had to make that one go away.
And with the help of a cow. Yeah. Hard to believe it's been a whole year already since that happened. Do you ever have any specials, autumn specials?
We have what we call canned jobs. We always have specials. Like we have special pricing on most of all the maintenance stuff. We have special pricing on the brake stuff. That it just never changes.
In last week's rerun, you were talking to a listener who called in about a plan you can buy when you buy a car from you.
Yes.
For a maintenance plan.
Yes.
Is it too late for me to get that? It's been a year.
Well, this is the maintenance plans that we have are on cars that we finance because we do a lot of in-house financing.
I see. Yeah.
And so how we set there's a whole bunch of places in town where they can go that do buy here, pay here kind of stuff, and they do the financing. But what sets us different than most all of the other, matter of fact, all of them, I don't know anybody that does it, is that we provide a maintenance agreement. And if our agreement is, let's say, for 24 months, then this agreement is for 24 months.
Oh, okay.
If our agreement is for 30 months or 36 months, it's the same. And what we do is we offer, regular maintenance every 4,000 miles on a car that you bought from us. There's special pricing, parts and labor if you bought a car from us. There's just a bunch of different things that are available if you purchased a car from us.
Do I still hold the record for the longest test drive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
My test drive was, 800 miles? 1,000 miles, something like that?
Now,
here to Chattanooga and back. That was my test drive.
Okay. Now, I did put somebody in a test drive last week. No, it's a week before last, and they went to Alabama on a test drive.
Okay. Depends on where in Alabama.
Yeah, I don't know exactly where in Alabama.
I think I might have beat them.
I bet,
Chattanooga.
Yeah.
It's Tennessee.
Yeah, I think you beat them.
Thank you, Matt. What is your phone number?
My phone number is 352-8. No, 352-690-1993.
There it is. Call us if you need that number repeated. We'll be glad to do that. This is WOCA. Thank you, Matt. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Pat O'Neill. Donald Trump has edged ahead of Hillary Clinton in the presidential race, at least according to a new CNN ORC poll, which shows Trump leading 45 to 43%. Clinton in Florida today